just took a wonderful restorative break. I want to wish you a very, very, very happy full moon in Aries, one of my favorite moons of the year. This is such a special time, such a positive time. So many beautiful gifts are circulating. As you know what sign I'm reading for before I even do. So we're just going to jump right in and see who is up next. I think it's so special because I always kind of split this into two. Like the few, usually if I can get 5 or 6 signs done, pre-moon energy, and then usually the day of the moon I get another set of energy. So let's see. Oh my god, Aries, how exciting. Well, this is going to be the most special because it's your full moon, Aries. And yeah, I'm glad that we can get you in with a little insight as you get to go into the moon celebration. Like I said, I'm going to go through probably a couple more here sign readings before I go and enjoy my Aries full moon because I'm so excited. So yeah, happy full moon to you, Aries. You are just exactly what the collective needs at this time in terms of helping us keep moving forward with our ascension and with our collective development. So let's see where our Aries collective is. Thank you, Spirit. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? This is great news. So, the card just fell on the floor, but we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, Aries. Wow, Aries. This is a huge deal. Again, Aries, this is about, I mean, when we talk about reversals, on my channel, it's always about awareness. So a huge thing, because look what's at the bottom of the deck clarifying this. So I think that this is a Ace of Pentacles that Aries does not see coming, does not have any concept. Awareness is going to be offered to it with this full moon. But it is coming to you first through an emotional feeling, through an emotionally intuitive feeling. So a lot of our Aries collective, congratulations. This is something that I think you intuit is coming, but like you don't have physical proof and you're not even trying. It's not even like something you're trying to manifest in terms of like, I needed this moon to give me this, because I think so much of the conversation around this moon is about like, expect chaos, expect the fucking cross, expect the fucking, right? So why would any of us be thinking about abundance coming in, physical abundance being manifested towards us? But I have a feeling that there is this intuitive feeling that is about to give you indication of this offering that is now this, I'm hearing down payment, direct deposit that's coming into you, that you intuit and that you feel. So again, this is a very so within, so without energy for our Aries collective as well. So again, you're going to be able to get this information internally, and we're seeing with the, just as the moon rises, the same way that this will be displayed externally. But let's see what else we've got crossing this energy, of course. So we've got the death energy crossing this Ace of Pentacles. I think this is also something that is activated and contingent upon a transformation. So for our Aries collective that has been initiating the transformation voluntarily, has been submitting to the will of the divine at this time to expand you and to essentially transition you into the next phase of learning, the next phase of your expression as an Aries. If you have done that, that is what I perceive as being what you can expect to build world, because this transformation is trying to help you figure out how to create a new world, how to create your new world. So it's a two-edged sword. It's like the money is contingent upon being able to generate the feeling. The feeling is going to be generated on whether or not you actually transform or not with this full moon in Aries. So love that. And then when we think about like what came from 2 weeks ago, remember we talked about a divine seed that was coming back to you that you planted, that only you knew you were going to plant, that you planted just for you. I feel like the 2 weeks of that loading came on whether you listened to what we said 2 weeks ago at the Libra eclipse, whether or not you actually believe that like that divine seed could come back for you. You just needed to then, after you got that download, affirm that in yourself and then bridge whatever is missing to be prepared to receive that. Because I think that's the only reason that Ace of Pentacles is coming in the reverse, because it's going to depend on whether you also followed up with the transformational guidance that you were asked to go under in order to receive this. This is beautiful, Aries. This is beautiful. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is beautiful. I mean, I can't even express to you. This is, again, I think a lot of people with this full moon at this time are being told to just accept what is present for you. And again, because there is such an emphasis on the decluttering and the removal and the collapsing of timelines and the conflicting squaring energies that are going on right now, especially within our cardinal signs, I think a lot of people don't have that sort of aspiration. Like, they're not thinking about how full moons always mean harvest, always mean something is available now. And I just feel that, like, for Aries with this full moon, there is something that is coming from the hand of God that you do not, like, this is not, do you see how this is not even anywhere near this motherfucker? Like, there's nothing anywhere near you that was going to tell you that this is going to come out of left field and find you. And the whole point is that God needed you to be tempering your energy and to be aware and alchemizing your internal growth, changing and evolving to rebalance your waters as everything has been changing with this eclipse portal, as everything has been rebalanced. I think that was the idea, is that stay focused on that temperance, because this was always going to be assured to you. And I have a feeling that, again, the way that just startled me, I feel like Aries is like going to be startled by the emotional offering, this intuitively guided emotional renewal that comes. And I think it also comes with a down payment. It's going, because I think the down payment is connected to what you want to enact emotionally. Something, what you're going to use this resource for is to provide yourself something emotionally that I feel like you have been wanting to create, Aries. Beautiful, beautiful energy. In the recent past, Two of Cups. I mean, geez Louise, dude. Geez Louise. Aries, in the recent past, Two of Cups. I mean, Two of Cups and the World. Like I said, I think Aries has recently gotten to a place where their internal waters are balanced. And so what I do see for a lot of Aries is there's a big transformation pending, meaning like you coming into an awareness of what actually mirrors you, what's actually authentic for you, and then what would actually be a reflection of that is going to ripple in your relationships, in your partnerships, in the way you show up at where you choose to work, where you choose to live, whom you choose to live with, how you choose to express yourself. I have this feeling that the transformation that's happening to you is because you've gotten to this place where you actually feel like your cups internally, divine masculine, divine feminine, are balanced and to one another. And now that's going to reverberate externally. Because remember when we started this reading, we were talking about there's something that you initiate inside of you that then makes you do something outside of you. Like, it's like this is an investment in self. Like, you invest in yourself emotionally and it changes the things that you're committed to, right? Because I also think there's a level of depth that is growing with Aries now. Like, you are going into more depth. Like, and it's funny because I guess Spirit is guiding me to tell you about two of the dreams that I had back to back. I've had 3 dreams consecutive, but the first 2 back to back were about Aries men that I know of. And they were in this dream, and essentially in the dream, they were talking about how my energy, which my energy is the death energy, 13 energy. And so for a lot of people, when they come across my energy, there's a lot of that instant transformation energy, right? That sort of rebirth energy. And so in the dream, I symbolized, it was like these men were telling me, like, when we met you, it completely changed our frame of reference. It was like, when I saw that, I realized I had to, so these Aries men literally were coming up to me in these 2 different dreams, two nights in a row, telling me that when they encountered death, they realized that, they not only did they realize what they actually desired, like who they are authentically, and then therefore what is actually true for them in terms of what would reflect that, but it also meant that they were telling me in these dreams that they were going to change the things they were previously committed to. So I'm seeing that there's a change in commitment, because I think Aries is at this place where, again, the boredom that they have with the things that they were previously committing themselves to stems from the fact that they have changed. And when you changed, I think there can be a lot of trepidation and fear attached with finally initiating said change, even if it means your money goes up, everything goes up on the other side of that change. I think what scares you about that is maybe you were already in pre-existing commitments, maybe you were already claiming your stake, maybe you were already identifying yourself as one way out in the world, and then suddenly you come into something that enlightens you, right? That transforms the way you think of your life, and suddenly the things that you were in partnership for don't really resonate anymore, because you realize like a new, more expanded, more accurate version of you is present. Because I'm just seeing that you found that. Like, again, just like those Aries men in my dream, I was that thing that made them feel like you're a better match to what I'm looking for than what I already had, right? And that was just like symbolically, again, these are just dreams that I was getting, but I feel like that is something that Aries is relating to. It's like, until I tasted that, like, how can you know until you taste better? Like, that kind of energy is like what I'm getting with this right now. But it also triggers you to end a cycle of growth and learning, right? Coming into this mirrored, partnered way of partnering yourself. Your moon is at the crowning of your energy. Your moon is going to facilitate. I think Aries is about to meet up with someone that is about to completely change what they think they were about to work on. Like, I think Aries was about to go forward and commit to something, and then this moon brings in something else, and it completely shows you you're actually going a completely different way. And for a lot of Aries, I want to hold space because, like I said, it can feel like death energy. It can feel like whatever in exchange for this newness that you've been shown under this moon, something that the old way of being has to go. Some people could have families that they're realizing now through this evolution of self are not actually a reflection of their highest timeline, right? Like, you, again, there's so many things we can go for before we think we can have better, before we think we can do more. And not even just saying better, but more accurate, more attunely adjusted to who we truly are. But I'm totally resonating with the way these dogs are meeting up. I think this moon is about to make you meet up with things that you're like, oh shit, like, I actually had that. I didn't even know that was a bit. I didn't even know that existed. And it's like, once you realize that exists for sure, and not only does it exist, it's like coming for you. It wants you. It's like making arrangements for all the other things around you. So big download, because that could kind of, I mean, Aries is gonna know how that applies to them, of course. Jeez, and in the near future, Aries, look what is coming. I'm telling you, this is about this huge, spiritually, intuitively, internally felt, guided opportunity from the hand of God. It just keeps repeating. This came out and clarified the Ace of Pentacles we started for. It's got the moon. It's the same thing. It's, again, about that grand water trine that we had, right? Where it's like this well is welling out of your truest depths. And I think because of how what you meet up with under this moon 1111 I just saw, because of how what you meet up with connects to who you are, connects to your depths, I think it's going to make you change and think about what you're investing yourself into completely. And this could be really big things, because I'm really seeing a lot of Aries collectives like completely changing associations, completely changing what they're investing their time into, completely changing who they're partnering with. Like, I'm seeing a lot of that energy for our Aries collective. A lot of that. Our currency. This isn't even an overcomplicated reading, 1144. I think Aries just needs to be braced. There is a fucking whole new contract, a whole new shtick that is going to blow up. I think Aries just needs to be prepared. What comes in with this, whatever you were doing before this moon, because this moon is like rising as I speak. It's like, it's on its way up, right? It's getting there, right? So whatever you were doing before this moon and what you're doing after this moon, just understand they're going to be different. Just understand that a tower is coming, because something, an offering of collaboration and a recognition of your exhibition, like what you do, Aries, is going to completely change you from, like, there, you will literally, I'm telling you, like, come the next 24 hours, you're going to know distinctly, like, there was what I was doing before this Aries super full moon, there was Aries me then, and what I was committing to and what I was committed to building, and then there's after this giant fucking full moon and what the fuck I'm building. But the thing that changes that is this tower enlightening moment. Holy cow. Outside of you right now, we've got this Ace of Swords. Are you kidding me? I mean, it's like so many aces. Like, so many aces. So many, all the things you want to see. All the things you want to know, bro. And again, I think it has to do, this is like, okay, this is really big, Aries. I'm getting that a lot of our Aries collective is about to be like, this is like, this is a hypothetical, right? But this is like the type of truth that comes in is like, this is like, I object at it's like the person who objects at your wedding, but you actually want to go with them. Like someone objecting at the wedding that would actually make you walk out on the marriage you were about to have, right? Or like somebody, like, this is like meeting the shaman that was like, I used to work at 9 to 5, I met the shaman, and then I just decided to drop everything I have and follow that person. Like, it's that type of thing. It's like these, and this is a total hypothetical, but I'm not saying that that's all, but it's like that type of change. It's like, as soon as you got introduced to that spiritual truth, it was worth letting go of everything you were previously doing. Really crazy. Everything you were, like, it stops you in your tracks and you're like, I don't care, I will drop everything. That's what I'm saying. Again, like, it's like, you go out somewhere, you go to a bar, and you see somebody that's like, holy shit, I would stop everything I was doing and build a life with that person. Like, an energy that strong and true for you, Aries, is coming in under this moon that would, like, literally make you just emotionally walk away in an instant. Like, you thought you knew Aries, like, so you could have, like, you can be like, oh yeah, I'll meet you for a date, and then that person is just, like, gone because they, like, disappeared and they went and, like, followed their highest truth, just came to them. It's so like that. It's so Aries. It's so Aries. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And again, at the end of the day, I think the hope and the fear is this equal give and take, right? Like, there's this idea, because I think what Aries is about to see is like, you know, there's what you think you've been doing and bidding in terms of Pentacles. There's what you've been thinking you've been giving and receiving in terms of Pentacles. But I don't think I think whatever gets introduced to you or revealed to you under this moon that's happening literally right now, is going to make you realize I have yet to sit at my throne. Like, this thing is going to help connect you to sitting at your throne. It's going to be able to give to you so you can actually go sit on your throne. And I think you're going to be like, oh shit, I've never even been sitting on my throne. Here I was thinking I was Aries. Here I was thinking I've been fucking at the top doing my thing, whatever. And then this thing comes in, provides you some missing step that you didn't even know. Like, again, this is like someone who doesn't know they're missing a fourth cup. This is not something you think you're missing in life. And it gets added in, and it shows you just how much you haven't even tasted life yet. Like, that is how I feel for our Aries collective. Like, what is going to happen post-eclipse? Oh, my fucking God. What is going to happen post-eclipse is going to fucking blow your fucking mind. 10 of fucking Pentacles is the outcome for Aries. I'm so Aries, because your moon is a fucking icon moon. It's a fucking icon moon. It's an icon time right now. It's crazy. People will remember this time of their lives for the rest of their lives. And of course, you being the fucking burning flame that you are would fucking be the perfect energy to etch that into people's memory. But for you to get the 10 of Pentacles as your outcome, this is crazy. It's exactly what I see. It's like, I can't even be any more clear. Spirit is literally just giving to me something that you meet up, that's something that just comes, that you couldn't even have planned it if you want to, comes up to you under this Aries full moon, literally, and completely makes you real, like, that makes you realize you've been living without a missing piece of the puzzle that would completely have you living a different life, like, instantly, but then also means that, like, I gotta let go of everything I thought I was doing before, because everything I thought I was doing before was before I knew like, this is like a piece of your destiny being revealed. This is like a partnership that's supposed to be a part of your legacy that you're supposed to have in order to take your business to the next level, or this is like a partner that you're supposed to meet that's supposed to help you create a future family that doesn't exist yet. Like, it's that big of a deal right now, Aries. And that's why I'm saying, like, for a lot of Aries energy and honestly, the men that were in that dream that I'm telling you, they're just represented the Aries collective for me. The problem was is these men had already built their 10 of Pentacles before, let's say, this Aries moon, right? So a lot of them kept telling me how fucking, like, freaked out. They just kept admitting to me, like, Alexis, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Because with this new awareness after reaching your death energy, after understanding, like, they were just, like, letting me know, like, I've already built families. I already committed to marrying people before I had, like, because Aries, again, we talk about, you're, like, the late fucking bloomer. Yeah. So if you're a late bloomer, like, imagine, like, building some sort of structure, right, that you thought was stable, but you haven't even bloomed yet. Like, I just feel like you bloom and then attract something that's, like, in a reflection of that blooming and the expansion that blooming is going to do for you. But you're, like, realizing, like, oh shit, I had built so much up before I'd even bloomed. And again, at an Aries level, you're not really going to care. But I think there is a little bit of stickiness in terms of, like, what you have to uninvest yourself in. You get what I'm saying? There's Spirit is showing me something funny. My nephew, my brother's dog, he's so silly, but when he gets in trouble, like, one of the things he does is, like, back up. Like, he, like, as if that's gonna do anything. Like, when he, like, rips apart the couch or something, it's like he just, right? And Spirit was just showing me him. Monty is his name, and they were showing me Monty because it's like that's where Aries is about to be like, oh shit. So again, I think that's why Spirit was guiding Aries to do a lot more work on your internal self and not so much in over investing in partnership, because I'm seeing in your recent past you might have been offering cups to something that, again, you just want to make sure that you weren't making super permanent things, because before your super full moon comes up, I just think there's a missing piece that's going to transform you. And I just don't know how viable your transformation will be towards the things that you have already committed to. And you're not going to care because the thing that comes in shows you your true 10 of Pentacles physically in an instant way, right? But at the same time, it's going to be difficult for whatever the fuck you were in partnership with beforehand to have to explain, like, so I've transformed. And I think that's the biggest part of the stickiness of this time for our Aries collective, right? Is like, does the stuff that I'm committed to have room for my transformation? Because there's a big one for Aries. Massive one. And it has to do with Pentacles. It has to do with what you're physically building. Because I just see you in a much more singular energy. Like, in the past, you're giving 2 of Cups. I'm sure this is the partnership for me. And I just feel like you're about to get spit. Because this is like someone who gets like I said, I'm just getting impressions of, like, I was completely married and I swear to God, I thought that was love of my life. And then this specific death transformation happens. And it's like, oh shit, I got spit out and I'm back at being a bachelor. And, like, I have my 10 Pentacles, but I'm in, like, a whole nother bracket. Like, this is the type of glow up that happens to Aries that, like, puts them in a different, like, you know, when there's someone's like, they are out of your league. Like, Aries, you might want to be careful, like, Like, I just feel like if you were an ugly duckling, let's say, right? This is not literal, but this is like how Spirit is giving me like what you're gonna be experiencing under this moon. If you were an ugly duckling before and you were holding it down with people of a caliber that matched that, but then that was not where you were supposed to stop. Like, you were not supposed to stay an ugly duckling. You were supposed to, under this moon, turn into a fucking prince and a pauper. You get what I'm saying? You were supposed to turn into that girl, right? That boy. Like, if that's what's going to happen, do you know how awkward it's about to be when you... And again, not that we make relationships and connections over superficial things. Don't take me literally. But what I mean is, like, it's the type of transformation that, like, takes you out of alignment with something you swore. Because you, Aries, what I'm getting is I think you thought you already achieved it. I think you celebrated yourself because you thought that was as much as it was, that was as good as it was going to get for you. And I have a feeling like you were... Like, so if you're starting at an Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and I know it's a big deal because you were really focused on that, you got that ace, right? You have to realize this is still one pentacle. Where you end on the other side of this moon is times 10. So it's just like, you can invest and stop at just getting the ace, but Spirit's like, babe, it could have been even better. It could have been the 10. It will have to be the 10, because again, this Aries full moon is selfish. It doesn't... It's not like we can't do this self-sacrifice. There's no such thing as self-sacrifice anymore with the age of the Aquarius, right? There's no more like, I'll just suffer through life. No, God doesn't want that for you. Nobody wants that for you. That's just you playing fucking martyr. There's no more playing martyr. There's no more just like, this is as good as it gets. No, you're going to get whatever is destined on your path to get. And I have a feeling, Aries, you stopped way before you've already, it's like anchoring way before you should be anchoring, because there's a lot fucking more coming to you, Aries. This is huge. This is super huge, because you're going to be spit out exactly like Aries Page of Wands with 10 Pentacles behind your back. But I just have a feeling like you are about to undergo a complete transformation of your personal self. So it's like something's happening inside of you that's changing, that is going to completely change the external world you're living in. So just be careful not to, because what I keep getting for Aries is don't overcommit to the things that you think you have to have out when you're limited, right? When you think, because again, ooh, that's a good, because this Ace of Pentacles is in reverse, right? So this can say I can't make more money. This is like, I'll work here because this is the best I think I could get, right? And Spirit's like, that's not even the truth at all. Like, Spirit's about to like show you that that's not even the truth at all. Like, you don't need to like, so before you sign the contract, Spirit was trying to stall you, because this is not the best it can get for you. It's literally not. It's literally not. Because it's on this moon, it's the type of shit when this truth gets revealed, it's going to make you walk away from everything you were building, because you have no choice. It's like it's like the dream world. It's like 10 of Pentacles. If I saw 10 Pentacles fucking in front of me as an Aries, I'm out of here, right? That's like a little kid. If you show them some fucking ice cream for dinner, they're gonna be like, ice cream for dinner? Fuck yeah. They're gonna go take the fucking ice cream cone. Thank you, right? That's Aries. Like, it's not even gonna be something that you can even ask yourself if you want to rationalize. You will just be walking away from whatever isn't that, right? That newness that you just received with this moon. But I'm just getting that there's a big, almost like, not even just warning, but a big, mind you, to Aries is like, Spirit was trying to tell you, don't commit to the things. Don't make deep commitments and entrenchments before you've broken out of the poverty consciousness. Because if you were in poverty consciousness and under this moon, you also made like big commitments that are going to completely change on the other side of this moon. That's the stickiness that I feel like Aries will have to navigate. Because you're going to have to be telling these people like, ooh, I know I just married you, but I'm kidding. Or I know I just took this job offer, but I'm kidding, because a crazy better one that doesn't even make me have to fucking work 9 to 5 just came in, right? And the one message I want to end on for you is grounding. That's a huge one for Aries. I know that's a huge one for my husband, right? One of the things that I was making sure that he did was continue to ground down the emotions and the experiences that you're feeling. But I just want to read this to you so that way you have a little guidance. Yeah, perfect. Smoky Quartz. The message. Smoky Quartz has come to gently remind you that you need to reconnect to the earth upon which you live. You have chosen the earth plane as your home for this lifetime, and though you may long for the return to the freedom of your energetic state of being, you must remember that you have a task to complete before you can return to those higher energy realms. It is extremely difficult to act on the earth plane when your head is in the clouds, and unless you bring that high energy down and share it with the earth, your energy will become stagnant and your higher chakras will close. You will be unable to fulfill the purpose that you took upon yourself when you incarnated into the physical realm. Smoky quartz has come to aid you in entering into communion with the earth and reopening yourself to the gifts and lessons of the earth plane. Accept the gift of knowledge that the physical experience is offering you. Birth your purpose into the earth plane, expressing your higher light through the physical realm. It is through this expression of light in the physical world that you will fulfill your service and create joy on earth. So the chakra you're working with is your root or earth star, and the affirmation is, I am a channel for spirit on earth. Aries, I don't think you were grounding in enough that this reality, like your true purpose, like I think a lot of Aries was just settling for a lifestyle, for partnerships, for commitments before they were getting grounded into their real purpose and connecting with the earth more to realize what's really for them was totally possible. And I think this moon is giving you the super booster pack to show you not only are the things that you really want possible, they're coming right now. And because before you used to come from such a limited, non-grounded, because the Ace of Pentacles reverse is not grounded. You're not grounding this into your root. You're not actually believing the thing you've done is like your key to your 10 of Pentacles. And so when you are living a life, creating partnerships, committing to jobs, committing to communities, committing to living certain places that don't actually ground in a belief that who you are and what you're meant to channel on the earth plane is like meant to happen, you tend to find yourself in an experience where you might be committing to things that reflect that non-groundedness. Like, again, you just don't want to be in your head in the clouds. I feel like, Aries, that's not the best way for you to be because you're already so cardinal. You're already running. I think this is Aries realizing that like being the cardinal flame and being the divine child is amazing. But again, like a lot of like children, right? You have to like, in order to advance through school, right? To pass grade, second grade to third grade, right? You have to actually ground in the information. And a child, we don't want to limit their creativity, but at the same time, we do need to make sure that you're retaining the information of your growth and development. So I think for Aries, this is a huge moon that talks about like, you're going to you're being forced now because look at this is grounded. This is 10 pentacles that are in your face. And it's going to force you to start adopting more grounding techniques and practices in your life so that you don't move around ungrounded and committing to a bunch of stuff without realizing how that is actually going to manifest and like physically stick. So to my Aries collective, this is huge. I mean, this is like the dream life you didn't think you were allowed to ground down being available for you. I mean, literally, look at this image. That whole, it's all going to come down, right? To Malkuth, it's coming from Kether down, right? Like it is here, everything that you asked for. And I think, Aries was going around manifesting a bunch of shit and not giving it time to ground. And now this moon, all this backdated shit that Aries was doing is coming to them, but they went and committed and put themselves in places and without the faith of that, because they didn't actually think like Aries would just run around and just like create stuff, but they didn't think it was actually going to manifest. And now those opportunities are manifesting. So again, if you have any stipulations with these new things, I don't think it's going to stop you at all. Like nothing can stop this because this is destiny grounding. But I think because you didn't actually believe that these things that you would run around all day and fucking CG plan all day would ground, when they actually come in, it's like, oh shit, now it's actually time to like tell that person like I'm going a different path now, or I'm separating and I'm doing this, or I'm actually not committing to this job anymore. I'm going to follow this thing that's now materialized for me. So huge energy for Aries. I mean, you represent this entire moon. That's pretty much what everybody's going to be going through. But I think 2828 for all of our Aries collective, I think like you were just manifesting, being Aries, being the divine child, doing the fucking thing. And then it's like, oh shit, like 10 pentacles worth of fucking manifestations come in all at once with this moon. And it's like there was Aries before this moon and then there's Aries after this moon because everything you manifest is now grounded. But it also makes you think about the things you were making out of desperation. Again, we talked about that warning with the October overview. The deceptive path leads to destruction. So this is great because your 10 of Pentacles is here, but anything that you were doing that was deceptive, that doesn't actually have to do with your path and doesn't actually reflect the faith you should have had that your dreams could have come true, does get swallowed up at this time by death energy. Like the Reaper is here to sweep up for you, Aries, the things that are gonna have to go out of the way because you're going down this completely new, beautiful path. So that could be partnerships. That's things, again, it's things you were giving your cup to in equality. So like I said, we might see in some of the Aries collective a little bit of that scandalous energy, like, what? Girl, they just did what? They just left where? I thought they just what? They don't go to school no more. What? Like, it's going to be a big pivot. Big pivot. And death is just here as your friend to help you clean all that up. Because that's what I was in that dream to those Aries men that were coming to me like, Alexis, I don't know what to do because I'm committed to all this stuff, but my life just changed. Like, I'm not anything like the things I was starting. And I'm like, yeah, buddy, you're going to have to let the Reaper come get that. And you can't worry too much because you're going on to the 10 of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to you, Aries. This is huge. Like I said, a lot of healing, support, and empathy to the things that you were doing before you really realized things were going to ground down for you. But I see a very beautiful and bright future for you, and I'm very excited for you, and this one's gonna be huge. I'm just excited to see how this plays out, because you girlies and guys are going to be fucking doing the thing. I mean, who else ended in the 10 of Pentacles? Nobody but you, Aries. So congratulations, and I think you're going to be very thrilled, because I think this is the nature of this reading is not heavy. The nature of this reading is, I had no idea this stuff was actually going to work. I was just shooting the shit. I didn't know, and it does. So congratulations. Happy Aries full moon. I love you guys, and we will see you next time.